Okay, let me try that again. Oh, first, let me make sure that you can hear me. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Thank you so much for being here. Um, mm, mm. Okay, bringing up my slides right now. And let's see if we can get out of here in an hour. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay. Um. Oh, let me see. Lynn E. Thanks, Baron, for all you and all you yeah, there's super moderators for your hard work. I've may fall asleep before I get to say thanks to the awesome team. Well, thank you so much, Lynn E. And thank you also for being a member of Royal Sussex. Greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Oh, hi, Lydia Washington. Thank you so much for being first. So let's get on with it, shall we? Well, this just kind of came up a little while ago. Harry and Meghan featured in a POLO magazine. There's a little Invictus news. They've been having these updates. Let's hope they keep coming daily. Why not twice daily? Let me see. And where is Kate Middleton? I have a little update about that too. Ooh, ooh. Anyway, I'm going to do that last. So if anybody's not interested in where's Kate Middleton, then that gives you a chance to go ahead and get your sleep on or start your day. But I'm going to do that last. And then there's a couple things in between. So here is the Polo magazine. You know what? One of the squatties that I did not name, but I did mention this, was nice enough to send yours truly. This was a while ago, by the way, but this is so handy for me. I received two, um, I think they're 27-inch monitors, um, so that I could see things that were getting very difficult for me. And it's days like this, when there's so much small print that I really do need it. So thank you again, mysterious, undisclosed um, squatty that wanted to help me and my poor vision out. Thank you so much. I tell you, it's been a blessing. And it's great too because I have so much more real estate. Um, Instead of like navigating this little screen, I can move stuff over and such and still have it on a large screen. And I'm putting it through my little PC screen, and it's just super helpful. So thank you so much again for that. Um, okay, so that is still small though. Whatever the circumstances, that is still small, but I don't need that page anyway. But yeah, you can see it is called Polo Lifestyle. The Duke and Duchess sparkle in Palm Beach at Cintabale Polo match. But that other page, well, you can just guess what that is. That's superfluous. And also my first big word of the day, superfluous. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Oh, okay. There you go. You know what? These pages may not be in order, but I had to kind of grab them as I could. So if they're not in order, please forgive. But as you can see here, there's what is that? That is, I'm guessing that's the second page. Anyway, this is their May issue. So if you want to, I don't know, make this a collector's issue for you, it is called Polo Lifestyle. And oh yeah, and I just noticed. Oh, I need that. Okay. All right. Helpful. Okay, got rid of that echo too. So, all right. So what do we have here? That is that's the editors. Wow. I see not one, not two, but three. Uh, I'm guessing it's three editors and contributors of African descent, I'm guessing. Wow, that is impressive. I mean, it is a sport that I don't necessarily associate with, people that look like me. Or how about me in a lot better shape? Okay, something that I don't attribute to, people that look like me, but there they are. Wow. And of course, there are some women too. Nice. Very cool. And Royal Salute Polo Challenge, you can see Meghan and that friend of hers, her very good girlfriend, that according to the, you know, deranged Royal Rhoda, that she never talks to. There's been an estrangement, but yet there they are in sipping champagne and talking about life. Huh. Go figure. And to continue, okay. And yeah, better not attempt that one. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta try it. I gotta try it. Let me see if I can make that a little bigger. I would have actually have stretched these out, but sometimes I don't realize by the time that I get to this point exactly how small it is. Under certain circumstances, that might. Oh, wait. I think I got it. All right, so here we go. Letter from the editor. I started as an innocent. I'm sorry, not I. It started as an innocent trip to Trader Joe's on Friday night. We'd worked hard on this issue of Polo Lifestyle all day, and I wanted a couple of nice steaks for dinner, maybe some broccoli too. Yeah, I found myself in an absolute traffic jam, unusual for that time of evening, but even more unusual, the vast number of limos and stretch limo Hummers, all trying to make a tough left turn into a parking lot. It dawned on me, prom night? When I finally arrived at Trader Joe's, it was as though prom pre party was in the parking lot, giving me the chance to per what is that peruse? Oh yeah, given the chance to peruse the 2024 prom fashion do's and don'ts from behind the Ferragamo shades. I remembered the line from The Devil Wears Prada that explained Miranda Priestley. Remember that? Miranda's sunglasses and facial expression combination when reviewing designers' new collection, right? Remember that where she kind of pursed her lips and she rolled her eyes? Well, anyway, there's only been one smile on record. That was Tom Ford in 2001. The more I looked, the more I was confused. Boys in sloppy rented tuxedos? Okay, fine. But the tennis shoes and patchy facial hair weren't helping. Plus, every boy seemed to be sporting the same what is that hairstyle of Shaggy Scooby Doo, etc., etc. Now let's cut to the chase. Oops, uh-oh. Let's cut to the chase. I think I'm supposed to be. Oh, hold on. See, when I zoomed in, I lost my place. I should be on the other page. Sorry about that. In the gauntlet of Polo's best three, I'm sorry about that. I'm going to cut that out the video. 3 first American seasons with the U.S. Open victory, concluding the most prestigious polo tournament in the United States, the U.S. Open Polo Championship. Fans, polo enthusiasts filled a sold-out stadium at the National Polo Center. On U.S. Polo Association Field won on April 21st. Oh, yeah, that was the day, wasn't it? Reaching the apex of Florida, high goal season. La Dolfina, long name. Anyway, um, as I lose my focus, let me just go to the next thing here. Oh my goodness, I'm all over the place. Oh, you didn't even see me trade pages, did you? Now check this out. You see that? This is actually a centerfold. That is a centerfold. See the line going down the middle? Harry and his crew are actually in a centerfold. Check it out. Look like Nacho's been eating pretty good lately. Check it out. Centerfold. Okay. And oh, that's the last page right there. That is the last page right there. Oh, you know what? I better not try it. Oh, I cannot see that one. I better not try it. That could be a disaster. So, anyway, if you want to see this, go to the what magazine is this again? It is the Polo Lifestyle magazine, which of course featured our faves on the cover. All right. And next, you guys, they are losing their flipping minds about this Nigeria trip. I don't think it was as bad today as it was yesterday, but still, there has been comments galore. And then I won't even repeat what one of those evil reporters said because it was just that vicious that it's not even worth repeating. But needless to say, I'm sorry, I'm just going to, there we go. Needless to say, it was ugly. And then some of the derangers um, are, you remember the baby, royal baby leaves the hospital photo? You guys remember that one? I saw one of the derangers posted something like that. Um, and it is, they are blatantly being racist about this. But you know what? They're exposing not the best of what there is to offer from certain sectors of the population, but the worst. And that is the MAGA crowd, the Brexit people, and so on. These left wing hate mongers that are being completely and utterly racist. And it really started with, I guess the pace was set by the Daily Mail when they said that they were going on a Nigerian safari. Totally uncalled for. And this guy right here, this has been making the rounds where he is so outraged and he wants Meghan to just wave to them. After all of the headlines, even like today, one of those clips from one of those chats, the one of the royal reporters said, "Well, she was booed at the last time she was at St. Paul's. Maybe that's what she's afraid of." First of all, I don't recall seeing anything about her being booed. The only reference to booing came from the derangers. And I do believe that they layered booing over a video, meaning that they added the boos to a video. With the amount of, I mostly heard bell ringing and cheers. I did not hear any boos. None. Now, the only thing I've heard about that day in terms of booing is that some of the VIPs at the event arrived by a coach bus. And when that coach bus blocked the view of some of the people waiting to, see people entered the church, entered St. Paul's, that's when there was some booing. There was a section of the crowd that was booing over a coach bus, which makes sense. You're waiting for hours to see the royal family, to see whoever goes inside of the St. Paul's, and then suddenly there's booing. Well, if someone pulls a bus and block your view, then of course you're going to be angry. But from the perspective of the cameras that I saw, and I even have the video of it, there was no booing, there was only cheers. So if there was some booing, it was isolated to that section, and you probably couldn't hear it on the other side of the church. Again, there was a coach bus that brought some of the royals and VIPs to the St. Paul's. So that was a lie. That was a lie. I'm not even going to show you who said that because I don't want to lead anyone to their information or clicks or whatever, but that is what they said, is maybe she's afraid of being booed. Meghan has never been booed, ever. So the idea that happened and that's why she's not coming, that is a big lie. She's not coming because obviously the security is not what Harry wants it to be. And until they straighten that out, then you should not expect to see the Duchess of Sussex there. So that was my little thing about that, is that it's almost as bad, but just not as bad as it was yesterday. And so right here, the Invictus Game Foundation will be holding the next iteration of the Invictus Games Foundation conversation on May 7th in London. You can get your virtual ticket below as we discuss how we are releasing, a global community, realizing a global community to aid recovery for the international WIS community. And so, yeah, that was the announcement today. So as you can see, May the 7th, the IGF conversation, realizing a global goal, a community, global community. They're going to have that meeting. And, oh, you know what? I don't have the link for it. I don't have the link for it. And they said, get your virtual tickets. So I don't know if that, I don't know, maybe they just want to make sure that they can exclude some very messy people. But I also want you to take a look at the bottom. Look at these people that are sponsoring the Invictus Games. American Airlines, Better Up, Boeing, Bose Allen, whatever that is, and of course Fisher House, and the ISPS Honda, Monster Energy, and of course the Army Forces Covenant Fund Trust. Look at all those people that are sponsoring. So I suppose if you go to the Invictus website, Invictus Games Foundation .com, you can get your tickets like that. Yeah, very cool. So that is 4 p.m. United Kingdom time, which for me is, I think, 10 a.m. So I think that's 9 a.m. West Coast, 10 a.m. Central. Yeah, there you go. And take a look here. You can see, you can watch the past conversations. I don't know that Harry's going to be there. I don't know that he's going to be there. I don't see him with the presenters. Doesn't mean that he won't make an appearance, possibly by Zoom, but I don't know if he's going to be there. There's some names we recognize, like Ken Fisher, Fisher House. And, Maybe that's the only name I recognize. Oh yeah, Johnny Mercer. Johnny Mercer, the Right Honorable Johnny Mercer. He's the minister of the Veteran Affairs or whatever. So I recognize that name. Okay. Hello, 1960. Oh, yeah, Carmen, I told you they're getting really messy. They don't ask those questions when it's the royal family, do they? Right? If it's the royal family, there's no big discussion about who's paying for what. And it was the same thing when the Sussexes went to the 1 year countdown for the Dusseldorf Invictus. There was a jet that picked up the Sussexes and took them to Germany, a small government jet, and it had the flag for the German government. And of course, there was a big stink about that. Germany rolled out the red carpet for the Sussexes. I saw the motorcade for them in Germany, and it was an awesome sight. It was the same type of security that you would afford any dignitary or head of state. And of course, you all remember the video from where they were at the town square in Dusseldorf at the city hall or the guild hall. And it was just awesome. It was awesome and such a big crowd. And yeah, it was just awesome. Oh, and guess what? There was nobody booing. And you all know that the tabloids have already probably sent people down to Nigeria. They are going to fall all over themselves trying to cover the Sussexes down there. So let's see. The theme of our 10-year anniversary is I am 10. Okay. I am 10. The Invictus Game Foundation in the coming months will be celebrating the incredible individuals who have used sport or adventurous challenge to heal and celebrate that they are still with us, that they are here. That's right. So there it is. Instead of just I am here, now their thing is I am 10. And of course, if you notice, that is actually where, see how it says Invictus Game, I am. That is pretty clever, whoever figured that out. But yeah, there you go. So now it's I am 10. 10 years of Invictus. Wow, that means Harry was in his 20s when he started that. Now, one of the hardest working members of the royal family, Princess Anne, to commission naval frigate in North Vancouver. Princess Anne to commission him. Okay. Roddy McKenzie, a West Vancouver resident and lifelong member of Canada's, that is, Monarchist League, said Princess Anne's presence will help bring some celebrity star power. I'm sorry, I couldn't help but laugh, to the Royal Canadian Navy's activities this week. Yeah, nobody shines as bright as Princess Anne, I declare. The Princess Royal has a number of honorary military positions and regularly shows up at official engagements in military uniform. He noted she's one of the great rocks of the monarchy, he said. Well, you know what? That is someone who loves the monarchy, and I don't knock him for that. Um, I don't live under that system at all, and I have been very critical, and for obvious reasons, and that's because of the way the Sussexes have been treated. But if that's what rocked their boats, if that's what flies their kite, I hope they all have a good time. And it was the same thing I said during the coronation, the run up to the coronation, is that Some people have waited a whole lifetime to see a coronation. And of course, there are people who have lived and died and have never seen a coronation. And so I'm not going to, you know, be shady to those people because that is, I mean, I was looking forward to seeing it. I'd be a liar if I said otherwise. I was looking forward to seeing it. It was a once in a lifetime thing. That being said, I thought the music was more interesting than the actual event itself. Um, the music was, on point, but that's their thing. Um, Now, in terms of Anne wearing military uniforms, do you think she'll show up looking like this? Do you think that Anne is going to pull that Napoleonic uniform out of mothballs and go to Canada dressed like that? You know, I would I'd drop $20 on it on the trip if I thought she would. I would donate 20 US dollars to the cause if I thought she would actually sport that uniform while launching the frigate. Well, I tell you what, when Anne does uniforms, she does nothing by halves. She does nothing by halves. You got to give it to her. Okay. But yeah, so if you guys are in the neighborhood, look for the woman with the large afro and that you better back up look on my face. Look for her. That'll be Princess Anne. Also, feel free to bum a couple of Newports from her. Yeah. All right. Anyway, moving on. Prince William costing taxpayers. One of the squatties put this together. Thank you for that. 127,000 an hour. He has only done less than a month's work spread over 12 months. He's not worth it. Hashtag abolish the monarchy. Well, he did finally come out again. Paksatani, uh, the Paksatani prince, that is, just like the that thing that comes out. What is that? Hedgehog? No, groundhog. Just like the groundhog, he only comes out to see his shadow. Well, anyway, the Paksatani prince went to. I guess it was a football game, was it? I guess it was a football game, and yeah, he seemed to be unbothered for someone who has taken so much time off to care for his wife and make sure she's comfortable. This is the same person who said yesterday when someone asked about Kate, he said, "We're all fine. We're all fine," which is really ominous when you consider that we have not seen the children. We've seen one child and none other, right? Sounds kind of ominous when you think about it. Instead of addressing about Kate, uh, William respond, all doing well. We're all doing well, which is a strange answer, as though he would not give her the acknowledgement of being the one that is allegedly suffering from cancer or being treated preventatively from cancer, whatever it is. He would not give her the benefit. He would not let her existence in whatever state she's in have that moment. We're all doing well. Very strange. Joan Garcia says Baron Royal family haters will never stop the Meghan and Harry harassment, but they didn't expect Sussex squad who will stay right on their tails and heels. Here, here. And thank you so much for that comment and for being a subscriber. And thank you so much for the super sticker. Black Queen, how are you tonight? I didn't know you were here. All right. Black Queen in the house. All right. Okay. I think we're going to make it out in an hour today. All right. So, Republic. Oh, no, that was from yesterday. Let me get over here. There we go. So, you guys, I wasn't sure I was going to share this, but Prince William and Princess of Wales have released a photo of Princess Charlotte to mark her 9th birthday on Thursday. I'm not even sure what they're referencing here. I don't know what I see or I don't see. I'll just leave it at that. It has not been verified by CNN, and that's was CNN's thing, is that they shared the photo, and then they said it has not been verified by CNN. I kind of think that at this point, call in photographers, because there has been so much doubt cast upon the whole idea of it. So I'm almost done, you guys. I don't think it's gonna be more than an hour. It'd be less than an hour, perhaps. But 3 sad words signal grim Kate Middleton update. 3 sad words from a report could indicate that the Princess of Wales isn't going back to normal anytime soon. I repeat, is not going back to normal anytime soon. Kate Middleton is not well. The one we have seen would not be the princess. The one we have seen would not be the princess. So AI, not AI, it is so hard to say, because your logical mind says, why? Why would they do something so sloppy, so sketchy looking? The whole thing with these photos, not one time, not 2 times, but possibly 4 times. There's been 4 different Kate Middletons. And so at this point, even if there's totally nothing wrong with this, but let me say this. You guys do know that that's the same cardigan from the famous Franken photo. That is the same cardigan from the Franken photo. My point is, why would you use the same cardigan from the Franken photo? Was there no one who said, you know what? Because of everything that's been said, perhaps wear something different, right? But no, it's almost as though they want conversation. Why would you put the same cardigan on? And I'm not saying her, I'm saying whoever took the photo, which they say this is a Kate Middleton photo, but I'm just like, they got to do better. They got to do better. They just have to do better. And then that way you won't invite people to criticize or to possibly make it into a conspiracy. When they released Louis's photo, he's wearing the same shirt from the Franken photo. They released this photo. She's wearing the same cardigan from the Franken photo. I'm sorry, I'm choosing my words carefully. Uh, yeah, that's it. That's it. I'll just say that. It just seems like someone's like they're how do they say it? It seems like someone's messing with me at this point or messing with us. But why would you wear or I'm not saying she would wear, but why would you take the photo? I'm saying Kate or whoever is responsible for it because I don't believe it was Kate. But it just seems so strange. It seems so strange. That is from the Franken photo. So out of all the clothing that is available, you take a photo with something that directly connects to that which caused all of the problems in the first place. That's what I'm trying to say. So, you know, listen, it may sound like I'm trying to help those people. And I guess I'm being totally selfish because I feel like if I could talk about it, then it might make sense to me. But I was genuinely worried about Kate. And I'm still worried because that is someone's mom, right? And when somebody's mom is just not there anymore, and everything that is in reference to someone's mom is something that seems bizarre and sketchy, I can't help but say, what is going on? So that's why I said it just seems as if you would like to put miles and miles and miles between yourself and one of the most embarrassing things that had happened in that family since I'm going to say since the Caribbean tour, right? That was the most embarrassing thing since the Caribbean tour because that was truly embarrassing. Then I mean, even if it's a shoelace, don't even use the same shoelace. Find something else. And then people won't have to say, now, wait a minute. That's all I'm saying. So, as I said, I'm not trying to I'm not trying to imply that certainly that it has anything to do with the kids because it's not the kids' fault. But it just begs the question, where is Kate Middleton? Where is Kate Middleton? And why does this stuff keep happening? Okay. Let me take that away. Don't need that. But I'll put this up and look at the super chat there. Okay. Oh. Wait. Did I pass it up again? Oh, there we are. So Megan's jamming. Willie don't want to spend the money. He went to a football match instead of Charlotte's birthday. Ooh. Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you for pointing that out. It was Charlotte's birthday. Willie, instead of, he went to a football match on Charlotte's birthday. That is true. Went to a football match on Charlotte's birthday. Thank you so much for that, Megan's jamming. Yeah, which I think is, it seems like with everything going on. The whole family should be together as a unit. No, he went to a football match. So that is the photo. That is the Franken photo. As you can see, that is the same jumper, sweater, cardigan that was used in that photo. And all I'm saying is, and this is no criticism to the child because, we don't mess with the kids, which is why I said earlier that I wasn't even sure I was going to share it. But then it seemed like it was part of my Where is Kate for tonight. But it just seems like and then the very, okay, I'm done with the sweater. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I got to say this one more time. Why would you include that sweater, that jumper? Why? That's it. That's it. I feel like I don't know. Let me see here. I'm going to take a look at a couple of your comments. Uh, yeah, Kate was in trouble back in November. Okay. Okay, let me get this little girl off the screen. Let me see. Okay, MJB. Hello, Judy Matasset. Let me see. Just influenced by his wife, who is just as lazy and sloth as he is. He doesn't want to work. Clearly, William is not interested in the work. Oh, interesting. And that guy, Chris, said that the kids and their parents are living in Norfolk with their parents. So I am wondering if they are going to school because that's not their school area. Yeah, the whole idea of them going to that Adelaide cottage was so that they could go to school. That was for their very formative school years. Right. Okay, so this guy is what alerted me to that article that he's pointing to, which I'll get into that in just a moment. But let me play a little soundbite from him. This, of course, is the Minister of Ministry of Hacks.
Like, I really don't care. And big thanks. Morning, happy Wednesday. How are you doing? You know the score. Come at me if you like. I really don't care. And big thanks to Reg and Mildred. Reg and the and sign, not the word, Mildred. One of my followers for finding this article from news.com.au. 3 sad words signal grim Kate Middleton update. 3 sad words from a new report. Sounds a bit clickbaity. Could indicate that the Princess of Wales isn't going to be back to normal anytime soon. So I'll cut to the chase for you so you don't have to read the article. It's basically those 3 words. She won't be back anytime soon. The rest of the article, it is interesting, but it doesn't give you any facts. Where the anytime soon information came from isn't disclosed in the article. That's fine. A lot of journalists don't disclose their sources anyway. And if they did, they wouldn't get any more leads. So we'd all lose. Comments are open. What do you think? Where is Kate? Why won't we see her anytime soon? Is the anytime soon message relevant? What does anytime soon mean? 2025? 2026? Never. I don't know. It's over to you.
Okay, so again, that's the Ministry of Hacks, and he's on the TikTok. But again, anytime soon. And people said that before Easter that she wasn't coming back the rest of the year. And then there was that very bizarre 9 months. There was that one article that said that she would be away for 9 months. It's as though someone was trying to tell us that there was that thing that usually takes 9 months to happen. And it's just been very bizarre, some of the language that the reporters have been using. And you have to listen closely because a lot of them know. I think a lot of them know. But because they have a gag order, they cannot talk about it. And so it has been alleged that they leak certain information or sell certain information to foreign press, hoping that it can stir up enough conversation so that they can be cleared or at least get the okay to talk about it. And the one of the first times that really sticks in my mind was William missing that prayer service when they gave the unsolicited caution that his absence had nothing to do with Thomas Kingston, which no one asked if that was the situation, but five of the Royal Rota at the same time were tweeting the same thing, making sure that it was understood, even though nobody brought it up, as though someone said, listen, we got to get ahead of this. Not saying that anybody's guilty of anything, but we got to get ahead of this. All of that strikes me as strange. So, and we're gonna do this again. I'm gonna have to do another. I'm gonna do like a whole where is Kate? I'm just gonna do a whole video about where is Kate because I'm still very concerned, and I really want to know. I really want to know because that institution can conceal the things that they want to conceal, and they have ways of striking out against people that seem to um, counter their actions or whatever, or cancels out their action, whatever. But they have a way of dealing with things, and a lot of it seems to be just hiding in plain sight, hiding it in plain sight. So, Concha Conchel, or whatever that is. This Saturday, the Professionals has returned to the format presented by Emma Garcia to reaffirm her information. I reaffirm myself in what I said. It is how I told it. I maintain what I said despite the regrets. This is what happened when you touch nerve. It bothers. I fully trust my source, and what happens is that they feel annoyed because we have discovered the truth. Ooh. Whatever the truth is. Yeah, whatever the truth is. Pretty jarring words. And that they are standing by what they said. Oh, thank you so much, Black Queen. Thank you for the super sticker, and thank you so much for being a member of Royal Sussex. And then, of course, this storyline about this lets you know that there's a bunch of BS. This storyline about Charles always knowing Kate was the one. That Kate was going to be very important in the family. Well, if she's going to be the next queen after the cohort, then of course she's going to be important to the institution. And then, of course, the honor that he gave her, which I could understand. She's away, she's ill. You give her an honor because obviously, you know, whether or not you like Kate Middleton, whether or not you favor her one over the other or just you're neutral, there has been a price to be paid for being a member of that family. And one could argue, well, she knew what she was getting into. Well, we know that that's what they use on anybody that is being done in by that institution. The other thing is karma. There's always the karma thing, and you know that is something to consider as well. I firmly believe that a lot of the things that was causing pain to the Duchess of Sussex comes from Kensington Palace. And when I say Kensington Palace, I do mean Will and Kate. That is their household, that is their staff. And none of those people would be allowed to do the things that they have gotten away with if they were not given consent from the Lord and Lady of the manor. And that's just the truth. So, as you know, I have not changed the way I discuss that family, not because of Charles' cancer or whatever it is, and not because of Kate's cancer or whatever it is. Um, because all of them still benefit every day from this hate campaign that has been thrown at Harry and Meghan. They are still benefiting from it. And the fact that, they're ill, well, that's what happens to people when they have been a certain way. Choosing my words carefully, but that's what happens to people when they have been a certain way. And as they say, God don't like ugly, and God ain't too crazy about cute either. So that is just what it is. But it's very interesting. Let's go over this one more time. The same two people who were accused of being racist are the same two people who are said to have cancer. The same two people that said that they did not have cancer are now being treated for cancer, right? And those same two people were in the same hospital at the same time. There's just too many coincidences. Anytime there's something that coincidental, then it's probably some falsehood there somewhere. There's something made up. It's a distraction of some sort. There just cannot be that many coincidences. Just like after Thomas Kingston, William shows up with something that may or may not be bruises. And for sure, oddly enough, what's his name? Timothy Lawrence? Is that his name? Tim Lawrence or Tim Lawrence? Afro Annie's husband? He's seen sporting a black eye. Now, that could have come from role play or some type of bedroom fantasy. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it could be sometimes when Princess Anne dresses up in her Napoleon outfit, she probably gets a bit of an authority complex and, I don't know, gave the old man a rough time or something. Who knows? But whatever happened, whatever happened, I mean, is it wrong for me to picture Anne chasing her husband around the manor dressed up like Napoleon, threatening to invade his territory or something? Uh, Stranger things have happened. Although if I was him, I'd have her remove those spurs from the boots whatever game you're playing, I think it's a bad idea to let her keep those Spurs. But that being said, there was the very strangeness of Tim Lawrence and the black eye. So all of this has oh it's just too many coincidences. And I just don't believe in so many coincidences. Um there's almost, it seems like there was something very, very orchestrated about that. So this is something I snatched off the interweb, right? So Kate Middleton is not well. The one we have seen would not be the princess. Oh, Lady T, let me go ahead and. Oh, by the way, Joy Amore, thank you so much for the super sticker and thank you for being here. And Lady T, the only mention chemo for Kate, but not Charles. So, what kind of treatment is he getting for his unknown cancer? Oh, thank you, Lady T. Thank you so much. You said that at just the right time because I was going to overlook that. And remember, they won't disclose in either case, they won't disclose what kind of cancer that they did not have when they first went to the hospital, right? First, Charles has a problem with his prostate. Kate had abdominal surgery. And in both cases, don't worry, it's not cancer. And then February 5th, Charles does have cancer, which is coincidentally the same day that the Inquirer dated an article saying Kate's cancer scare, right? But when do we hear about Kate's cancer? The 22nd of March. That's when that was made official. The Inquirer runs an article on the 5th of February, which is the same day that Charles says he has cancer. But yet, the Inquirer says Kate has cancer. They say that February 5th, and Kate doesn't mention it, or however that those words were put together, until the 22nd of March. Really? Now that's a coincidence, isn't it? That is a strange coincidence. Judy Matassit, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for being a member of Royal Sussex. But what a strange coincidence. You couldn't have made up something like that. So Concha, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. The renowned journalist specialized in the world of royalty has taken everyone by surprise when talking again about the Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton, and her current state of health. According to the famous communicator, Kate Middleton would not be in good health at all, and we should not believe everything that is said by the royal palace about her. Well, they're not saying anything. That's the problem, is they're not saying anything. They really haven't said anything. But I digress. She even went further, assuring that for her, she is not she is not the wife of Prince William, whom we have seen sharing her cancer diagnosis. Now that is so scary. That is so scary. That is so scary. Okay, Kate Middleton is not well, and in fact, I continue to maintain that the last image that we have completely real of Kate Middleton is from Christmas Day. Nothing we have seen later. I I have one. I okay. Anyway, that's weird. I have 100% certainty that But you know what? This is translated, so maybe that's why it's a little typo. 100% certainty that we have seen is what we have seen is true, says royal expert journalist Concha. Uh, you may be interested in I saw 30 way. Okay. Okay, that's a reference to another article. There were certain agencies that claim there was some manipulation in the image, stressing that one of them is linked to the Pentagon and ensuring that both faces and voices of Princess of Wales could have been manipulated. Okay, so again, nothing we haven't heard before, but Kate Middleton is not well. The one we have. Okay, is that the same thing? Yeah, the same thing. Or is it? Let's remember that when the video appears from the royal palace, in which we see Kate Middleton very relaxed, sharing what she suffered from cancer, she had all kinds of analysis and details that questions her veracity. Immediately, rumors arose that the image would have been created by artificial intelligence, as well as his voice, as and many details were pointed out in a timely manner, trying to support this theory. Concha also supports the alleged image in which we saw Kate Middleton with her mom and later with her husband William, in which apparently their physique does not coincide at all with Kate that we saw in the controversial video. Yeah. So, you guys, it just creeps. Elaine Parker, thank you so much for being here. It just creeps me out. This is just creepy. It is creepy because, again, my logical mind is saying, why would anybody go through so much trouble, especially if there is if we're not going to see Kate again this year, which I've been thinking the past couple days. If she is going through treatment, then to reassure the public, it would just make sense for Kate to wave, not Meghan. Kate is the one that needs to give us a wave. So we'll know that she's okay. And you guys know, Connie Balmer! Hey, Connie Balmer. You guys know me well enough to know I don't hate anybody in that family. I certainly don't hate Kate Middleton. I don't like the little crappy games that she has pulled and some of the, you know, stuff that has been done where Meghan is concerned. It's not that I just don't like it. I don't want to say right now how I feel because, I don't want to use that language, but I do feel a certain way about that. And I'm trying to be responsible in this moment and not say everything I feel, but I feel what I feel and I don't apologize for it. Elaine Parker, thank you so much for the super sticker and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. That being said, this is very, very creepy. Anytime a person is just gone from view, right? If I ever see any article, if I see like one of those documentaries or whatever, and they don't know what happened to the person, where is the person? The person has been missing. I always get that, wow, that's messed up. Your imagination runs away. Where could the person be? What could the person be doing? Christmas was the last confirmed, unedited, un, you know, we saw Kate walking and talking to her children. And since then, we've only seen one child and 4 different versions of Kate Middleton. And I'm bothered that people who supposedly love Kate Middleton are not asking questions, are not making a fuss. Charles is sick and he's out shaking hands. Whatever is going on with Kate, it just seems to me like they would want to reassure the public. But since People has taken the video of Kate on the bench as a beatdown, in other words, aren't you sorry that you ever asked a question? Well, for me, the answer is simple. No, I'm still asking questions. But for the people, for the public at large, it shut down the conversation. And so if that's what their intentions was to shut down the conversation, that has been very effective because nobody will touch it now. They were very effective with that. The question still is, where is Kate Middleton? She won't be back until after Easter. It's almost Mother's Day in the US, right? Next thing you know, it's going to be Labor Day? And so on. And Kate is probably not coming back this year. And for what they described, what Kate mentioned on the bench, whatever it is going on is so bad that you cannot actually be seen moving, walking, talking. If whatever it is that bad, then I think they should tell the public. I think that it is irresponsible because anybody is capable of becoming ill, but not everybody hides it. So what illness could be so terrible that you just won't talk about it? Farrah Fawcett died because she had anal cancer. Now that's something that some people would be embarrassed about. But yet she recorded every moment of it so that she might help other people. Kate has cancer and she's not even connecting with a cancer charity. That is strange. If she wants to help people, as they say, that she's this do-gooder that wants to help everybody, just think how many people would be helped if she just said what kind of cancer it was. Which, I'm going to say this one more time. When Kate sat on that bench, people were hoping that she was okay and looking, for proof of life. Even people that won't admit they were looking for proof of life. That's all. Kate is the one who said that her abdominal surgery was related to cancer. Nobody forced her to say that. If she would have just said, I need more time, people would still just back off, which they've done. But no, they turned it into something that would trigger the typical reaction when you see a woman alone and the public has seemingly gone after her. But that's only if it's an English rose. If it's a Black woman, she knew what she was getting into. She asked for it. Right? That's the difference. But again, saying the big C word, that cut off any debate about that because people were asking the question, non-squatties were asking the question, what about the way you treated Meghan Markle? How about Meghan Markle? Well, isn't this just like Meghan Markle? They've shut that down. They've shut that down. Now they can go back to attacking Meghan and they don't look like hypocrites. I have to say, they have bungled a lot of things where PR is concerned, but that one, that was well played. That was well played. I got to take my hat off. I could not have done better myself. I don't know who could. Out of all the things that they have bungled, that one, they got that one right. Connie Balmer, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. And thank you so much for my cowbell. I still love it. And of course, my Swiss knife, my genuine Swiss knife. Nobody enters this house or leaves this house without examining the quality of it. I promise you. So thank you so much again. Let me see. Libby says, if she really had cancer, William would make a speech debunking the rumors and ask for privacy. Something else happened, something very sinister. It clearly, because without that, none of this makes sense. None of this makes sense. He just won't talk about it. When someone asks about her, he says we're all doing okay. You know, some of those programs that I mentioned earlier, where there's people missing and stuff like that, you think, well, how could something like that happen? They live in a gated community. This is a very well-to-do family, but yet something awful happens in those households just as easily as something happens in the best of households. Or should I say in the worst of households? Like just today, I was looking at something from, I think it was Oklahoma, where one of the parents went berserk. I'll let your imagination fill in the blanks. But one of the parents went berserk. And I looked at the house that they lived in. I'm like, surely nothing as awful as that could have happened in that zip code, but it did. So, of course, we're not saying that that's what happened here, but it is still scary. It is still scary stuff. Because one of the most photographed, one of the most written about, even though it's mostly nonsense, mediocre stuff, one of the most recognized people in the world has not been seen publicly that everyone can agree upon. Let me just say that, since Christmas. And that just does not seem to bother enough people for my taste. I find it breathtaking that all these days later, all these months later, and still it doesn't make sense. And because the tabloid media has been gagged because of the invisible contract, they dare not speak of what some of them probably know to be true. What really makes it awkward is that Charles is all over the place these days, or at least he's allowing his photo to be taken. And Kate is nowhere to be found. And the children, all but one, have disappeared. Kate's mother has disappeared. There's been not one single sighting of her mother, save for the image of her wearing those. Actually, the mother wasn't wearing sunglasses, only Kate. So even if you go back to the hospital, and see, they overplayed their hand. They really overplayed their hand. William will move heaven and earth for his wife. William went to the hospital one time. There's no image of him going in the hospital. There's no image of him leaving the hospital. There has been no visits by her mother or her father or her siblings. That's strange. In order to show solidarity, love, and support, the same way we saw Camilla popping in and out of that hospital like a big, freaky looking jack in the box, we saw nothing of the Middletons. Nothing. Nor hide nor hair of a Middleton. And up until the point that she left the hospital, we heard how her family was going to rally to support her. It was all just words. There was no evidence at all of that family coming or going to that hospital. And as far as we know, as far as we can say, is that William was seen headed to the hospital. Charles, we seen him walk through the door, and he supposedly sat at Kate's bedside. But remember, both of them, and I didn't even mention this, but let me just say this one more time. On the same day, and I slept late that day, I wake up and I find out that Kate's in the hospital. She had abdominal surgery. And what was it, 90 minutes later? Charles has a prostate problem and he's going into that same hospital. And how about this one? What happened to the people that looked at Kate's medical records? Whatever happened with that? And I still want to ask the question, if you went through the trouble to look at her medical records, why wouldn't you look at Charles' medical records? Why would you not? And remember, they said that they wanted to see her medical records to destabilize Britain. The only thing that would cause instability would be if they looked and there was nothing in the record. Now, that would be a problem. That would be a problem. But it seems to me that if you wanted to demonstrate, if a hacker or something like that wanted to demonstrate something, they would have gone to Charles' medical records and looked at it. He's the head of state, not Kate. Kate's never going to be the head of state. And the way things are looking, she may never be the queen consort. So, again, as you can see, I have so much of this committed to memory, including in some instances the dates. And when you add it all up, something is wrong with so much of this. Something is wrong with so much of it. So we'll do this again another day. But for now, I'm going to leave it there. Oh, by the way, someone just sent me a Cash App. Let me see here. Oh, thank you so much. I mean, I don't want to say your name, but you are one of the regulars. So thank you so much for the Cash App. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Greatly appreciate it. So yes, I'm going to leave it there for now. Let me see. I think I am. Yep, that's it. That was my last slide. But you guys, we'll do this again because there's just so many questions and so few answers. And I'm just very curious. And until we know better, I really don't want Meghan to go over there. You know, a a year ago, maybe even 6 months ago, I would have been one of those people. Well, Harry is her husband. She should be by his side, so on and so forth. But there's so many things that is unanswered about one princess. I just don't want our princess to get mixed up in any of their nonsense. You know, I don't want that. I don't want that because it is just. Oh, let me see, Raffaella Bertoni. Thank you so much for the super sticker. And as always, thank you for watching Red Royal. I was about to say Red Sussex. Royal Sussex. Red Lady says, I just can't seem to shake the AR perception, and possibly she has asked her family not to come see her. I hate uh, that I am seeing it this way, and truly hope I am wrong. Red Lady, I think that you and myself and so many people are in agreement with that. Whatever we're thinking or feeling about her as a person and whatever shady stuff that she's done, certainly nobody is wishing that upon someone. And given what Harry said in his book, I'm telling you, I get this weird feeling in my stomach. I just get this weird feeling in my stomach. And I don't want that to be true for anyone. I really don't. And, and something like that would definitely um, do things to the rest of the family, mentally. It could scar the rest of the family. So I hope and pray that it's nothing like that because, you know, as I said, uh, kids have kids should grow up with as much positivity around them as possible, feeling secure and not feeling hopeless. You know, that's what I feel for all kids. So scary stuff, though. It is really scary stuff. Thank you so much for the super chat, and thank you for being a member of Royal Sussex. Okay, so I did promise an hour. Now it's going into an hour and a half. I'm telling you, that time moves fast. It moves fast. I'll just take a look at a couple more comments. Hmm. Yeah. When the kids didn't go to church for Easter, I thought that was so strange because, listen, they have a huge staff of people. She wouldn't be the first person in the family to have taken ill. She won't be the last person in the family to take ill. Someone shared a video where Queen Elizabeth was out doing engagements 3 days after Margaret's funeral. 3 days after Margaret's funeral, she was back out wearing black and carrying out her constitutional duty. And that William, who is going to be king, seems to find every excuse not to show up and be present is alarming. Because it shows that he answers to no one. He answers to no one. And someone who answers to no one is someone who could get away with just about anything because he has no fear of letting people down. That's a very dangerous person. William is a very, very dangerous person. And I hope Charles lives a long time. I really do. I hope Charles lives a long time because what's coming down the pike is I'm not saying it's the end of times, but it certainly won't be the best of times. It certainly won't be the best of times. So, um, whatever did or did not happen, or whatever, we may never find out. I guess we really have to be prepared that we may never, ever find out. We may never find out. Um, but if something did happen, then they'll have to find some new Monsieur Henri. They'll have to find a new Monsieur Henri. What was his name? Henri Paul. They'll have to find a new Monsieur Henri. That's what they'll do. Whenever they need a Monsieur Henri, they will find a Monsieur Henri. Huh. Mm. I'm impressed, you guys, because I didn't know if anybody really had a appetite for this conversation, but I can see some of you guys are still um, trying to sort this out. I appreciate it. I really do, because I have been I have not stopped thinking about it. I have not stopped thinking about it, and every day that goes by, I'm still asking questions. I'm still asking questions every day that goes by. Christmas, Christmas, and stomach surgery, abdominal surgery. You won't say what it was. Abdominal surgery. It's 2024. We can handle the truth. No media has mentioned that motorcade to the hospital on the 28th of December. Only the Australian media spoke about that, but in Britain, nobody. Yes, Rohini. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They're still doing it. They're still doing it. And the photos look like the kids don't age. The kids don't age. They're all the same age now that they were last year. They have not grown. They have not aged. And there was like one little detail that I just don't want to mention, because I don't want to make it about the kids, but it's just like when someone pointed it out, I was like, wow, yeah, yeah. When someone pointed it out, I was like, yeah, that is not a new photo. That is not a new photo. And I'm speaking of Louis. It's not a new photo. But it was something pointed out in the photo, and I'm just like, okay, that is strange. And even after all we know about photos, the last two photos, which should have been taken, just invite a photographer. Invite a photographer. And then there's no question, right? But they insist on making things as normal as possible. So to make things normal and to make things legitimate, they keep saying Kate did it. But in my mind's eye, if Kate is the way that I think she is, she ain't taking no pictures. She ain't taking no pictures. But you know what? I hope for her sake, and I hope for the children's sake, that I don't wake up one day and see bad news or worse news. I hope I don't see that. I really do. I hope I don't see that. For all of the faults that she has, and for all of the shadiness that she's been capable of, I hope that I don't wake up and see bad news. I hope not. Because those kids are going to have a rough life as it is, as rich and as privileged as they are. As rich and privileged as they are going to have a tough time of it. And also, when you consider, because of the internet and how cruel that some people can be, I'm afraid of what is to come. I'm afraid of what is to come for them. I do worry about those kids. But they could not even bring the kids out for Easter. They could not bring the kids out for Easter. If you want to reassure the public, have the kids go to church on Easter. And they were not there. So there's the possibility we may not see the kids for the rest of the year. We may not see the kids for the rest of the year. Now, having said all of this, you know, if Kitty pops up tomorrow, God bless her. If she pops up next month, God bless her. But until then, I still want to know, where is Kate? And with that, you guys, I am going to say good night. Thank you so much, moderators, for keeping this a safe space. And let me see. Well, how shall we end this today? Oh, yeah, Marsha. I don't know. I just got a weird feeling. And I hope I hope I'm wrong, and I hope it's nothing. I hope it's nothing. I just don't understand why the public, I don't know why the public doesn't say much more about this. I don't get why the public, just because they're rich, just because they're privileged, doesn't mean that everything is being handled the best way that it can. And it proves another thing too. What it proves is that it's not so much that they love the royal family as much as they just love to hate on Meghan. Because if they truly felt so strongly about that family, I think people should have questions, but they don't seem to bother. They want to see what's happening in Kenya, right? They want to see what's going to happen in Kenya. Not what is going on with one of the most recognized people on the planet. Whether they deserve to be recognized or not, I had to throw that little shady comment in there. But whether or not that person deserves to be recognized, they are. So, all right. And with that, you guys, I'm just going to say no bad energy. I will see you all tomorrow. Love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we'll do this again another day. We will do this again another day. Thank you, Lady Windrush. Distracted. Naomi Maria. You know, and if they cared that much, then they should be asking questions too. If they really cared that much, they should be the ones asking questions. And I will say, in defense of the Sussex squad, our questions was not meant to hurt anyone. We were genuinely concerned. I think most of the people in the squad were genuinely concerned. At the end of the day, we're all God's children, and most of us were genuinely concerned. So, okay, cue the Ginger Avenger. Thank you too, Black Queen. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And good night, everyone.